What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the new Redcat Ascent Fusion. Just came in yesterday. As you can see, I did already add some stickers, my own wheels and tires, because everybody already knows that's the first thing you're going to change. I do plan on actually mounting the stock tires on a different set of wheels and putting some inserts in them and giving them a try. But for today, we're going to be running the good old faithful trenchers. And then I did also install my Rock Pirates bed on the back of there, just to give it that little bit extra, something different. That way it's not just wide open back there. So, let's open up the cab and take a look at what we got inside. Now, for the price you pay for this truck, it does come with a good amount of goodies. Alright, so here we go. I gotta clean up my wiring a little bit, but for now. So I have actually relocated my battery up front for anybody that wants to know. The front spot right there, you don't even need to buy anything. You literally can just take your battery strap, loop it around the inside right there, around the outside, and you can fit a 1500 milliamp battery no problem. And I checked it on my scale. With the battery up front, it gives you like a 61% weight bias up front. Comes 60-40 stock. So adding that little bit of battery gives you that extra 1%. A little bit more weight up front compared to the rear. Well, let's check this thing out, huh? So you have these molded sliders, which I do like. I like plastic sliders a lot better than aluminum sliders when they don't really get caught up as much. And even when they do, it's plastic, so it slides a lot easier than the aluminum. The aluminum tends to just kind of dig into the rock, or the rock rather digs into the aluminum, and it just holds you there. It doesn't allow it to slide. So I am really glad to see plastic sliders. We do have steel front and rear bumpers, which is actually a really cool feature, and they are pretty high clearance too. They look great. They're almost even with the front of the tire, but you can actually pull the bumper back if you want to. If you look right there, the bumper will slide back for you. So if there's anybody that really you don't like how far the bumper's sticking out, you can unscrew it, push it in, something that I might do. We'll see how this goes. And then, of course, coming stock for the first time with an RTR, we have the Hobbywing Fusion. This is the Fusion stock, not the Fusion SE. It is still pretty much the same motor. I'm not sure about the settings. I don't know if there's any settings in there that are similar to the SE. I haven't really gotten into that yet. Like I said, I did just open it up last night and then kind of just put it off to the side. I didn't really want to touch it much. And then I did decide, like I said, to put some wheels and tires on it at least. I put my Fly Sky in there just because, I mean, I want to run my controller. We do have some nice oil shocks on there, and they do feel really smooth. She definitely articulates pretty nice. Obviously, everybody knows the carbon fiber chassis looks so good. Now with this Ascent Fusion, they did also the motor plate. They redid that, which actually moved the motor down. a little bit compared to the regular Ascent. You know, and obviously having the motor any little bit lower makes all the difference, you know. Any little bit that you can get that weight as low as possible makes a big difference on how a rig is going to crawl. I am running a 1500 milliamp battery up front. The 2200 sticks out a little more. It doesn't really fit as well with the body, so keep that in mind. We do have some steel diff covers under there. It's a pretty cool feature too. I like the fact that they went with steel, not aluminum. So many aftermarket companies make aluminum ones, and I personally do not run them because of the fact that, again, you know, the way the aluminum pits and it just like sticks to rocks. So as soon as you hit a rock with that diff cover, it like gets stuck to it and it doesn't allow it to move. Just the attention to detail that they actually put into this truck is really, really nice. Flat skid under there looks really great. I do really, really like what they've done here. And really, I mean, like I said, for the price you pay, it's a great value. It really is. So the Ascent Fusion comes in at $399. That is about $100 more, I believe. Somewhere around there. Above the regular Ascent. But, I mean, for the extra money that you're paying, it's completely worth every single penny. You know, I mean, with the regular Ascent, you're probably going to take the motor and ESC out. And if you were to buy the Fusion for it, that would be another $80 anyways. So right there, with just buying a Fusion separately, you're already at that price point of this truck in general. And then that's not even, you know, changing it to a carbon fiber chassis and buying metal bumpers and, you know, buying the motor drop kit. Definitely 100% worth every single penny, in my opinion at least. So, and I am really, really excited. It is the time of the year now where it's starting to get nicer outside around here. So we are actually going to give this thing a trail test right out back, which is really awesome. I'm so excited that I can actually get out in the woods again. Alright, so here we are in the trail finally. Just a little walk down the road around the corner to get to it. It's not too far, but I really didn't want to film the whole probably about 7 to 10 minute walk that it takes to get there. This is a trail a lot of the people around here use for their dirt bikes and ATVs. I've been in here a couple times myself with an ATV. It's been quite a while since I've been in here, so I don't remember if there are, like, what there is for rock sections, or I don't remember exactly how it's like. But basically, I'm just doing kind of a, I don't know, I guess you could say like a dexterity test, you know, like, we see plenty of videos where guys are just taking it outside and taking it out directly on the rocks. And I know there's people out there like me that are saying, okay, well, we know how it does, you know, on rocks by themselves. But what does it do, you know, on trail runs? You know, there's guys out there like us that like being out in the trails and they want a good, dependable truck. when they're driving in the trails. So that's what we're here to do today. See how this thing holds up. I do have plenty of tools on me if anything loosens up, so I can take care of it. Plenty of battery packs. One thing I will say, just driving it down the road, it definitely, I mean, you can tell that it's a Fusion right away. Just the smoothness of it, and you know, you get that nice slow crawl to it. Some nice sticks getting stuck underneath it. No. But no, you get that really nice slow crawl, and you know, it modulates really well. It's not just full bore or nothing at all, you know. And there are some stone walls along the way walking this to the trail. And yeah, I mean, there was a couple spots where I just hopped right up and climbed right up the wall, and it did perfectly fine. Of course, I put the trenchers on here for now for this trail run. The tire that, you know, we've used plenty of times. We know they grab really well. I do have some brass rings up front in those rims. I don't have any in the rear. And I believe I am running, what is it, the 325, 375 hubs. Something, whatever the hubs are that are in the 300s for Vanquish, that's what I'm running on those. So it did give it a little bit wider of a stance than it had before, which I like. I wanted that. I felt like it was I don't know. I don't like my trucks to be as narrow unless I'm in a competition. Other than that, when I'm doing trail runs, I like a rig that has a little bit more width, a little extra stability. Sometimes I'll do a little bit wider out front, but leave the rear narrow, and that's okay too. I do that actually a lot. I used to do that in competition. That's how I'd set up my rig. I'd set it a little wider in the front, a little more narrow in the rear. That way you still get that extra stability in the front, but the rear has an easier time clearing gates. Little pro tip for you all there. Make sure you know exactly how wide the gates are you're going for, and you can adjust that front width accordingly. Of course, make sure you're not going to completely mess up your tight steering either. Nothing there we go. Something to jump right there. So, things like that are kind of what I'm talking about. So when we and my friends are in the woods and we're messing around, that's kind of some of the stuff that we do. You know, we like to jump things. We like to have fun with our trucks. You know, as I said, you know, part of having fun with our trucks is jumping over things. Makes it interesting. They're not just our crawlers for us, you know. They're our woods bashers. They're so we can have fun and do those things that we like to do. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that I'm checking it for, is, you know, can it stand up to the constant vibration of the woods, and can it stand up to being, you know, romped on a little bit and jumped over things, and How's everything gonna hold up? What's gonna come loose? I did go through it a little bit and tighten up some things right away to make sure. It's always good to do that. Anytime you get a new rig, go through it, make sure that everything is nice and tight. Trying to jump more spots. A little jump right there. Oh, here we go. I got a good one coming up right here. Nah. Thought it was a good one. No, I was actually really excited to see, you know, as soon as I went up to the stone wall that I was trying to get up, it went right up it, no problem. There we go. I definitely like it so far. I can't wait to take it out this weekend. We're going to Marbella this weekend, this Sunday, Easter Sunday. Which is always a really fun place. I love going to Marbella. It's one of my favorite places to go. People bring their actual one-to-one vehicles there and do some real rock crawling. Oh, maybe a little too much dirt. Yeah, I don't think we're getting much traction over here. No. Gotta go around it. Drive right over a tree. No, now we're stuck. Well, good thing is, body pops right back on. I knew that wall was a little but I tried it anyways, and that's all that matters. Gotta trim that body a little bit. That rub is gonna bother me. Everything's just a little too damp. It just rained here. So, all these pine needles, everything's just a little wet. I got a little spot over here. These sticks always gotta get caught out. Forgot to mention the Ascent Fusion does have 20% overdrive right off the bat, and then it comes with additional gears so you can dumb it down a little bit. I think one of them is I don't remember the percentages, but I know 20 is what comes in its stock, which is perfect. you're looking for a trail rig that is absolutely awesome. Anything over that can really start wreaking havoc on your rig in the woods. Some people run it and they're fine with it, and for me it's just more of, once you start running a decent amount of overdrive, then it starts kind of, it wears out your bearings and everything a lot quicker. And I'm not trying to go through that. It puts a lot of strain on your transmission too. I mean, if you think about it, it's almost trying to rip the front and rear end apart from each other. You know, you're pretty much dragging that rear end around once you get past a certain point. Puts a lot of strain on it. 20% for me is more than enough. Just want to get up this wall. At least try. All these pine needles make it really slick, and really hard to get grip on anything. There we go. Added some weight to the front end. Now I might need to, I'm gonna say I might need to add some to the rear end, but having it light like that sometimes is really beneficial. You can move it around when you need to. Definitely gotta cut that little bit of fender. It's gonna drive me insane. Pretty good clearance though. Definitely look into some high clearance links for it. Guess I can try to side hill this. I think I'm already too far over. We'll see. The rear end is lifting, but we landed it. She fell, but we landed it, and that's all that matters. I think this, I think that stick right there was helping out with it, but that's okay. If you have an open receiver, then probably shouldn't be going in water unless you coated it. But I'm not going to be going fast through it. I'm just going to slowly throw. It's not too deep of a section. I am definitely very pleased with this Fusion so far. I had to stop for a minute. She went into low voltage, so I changed the battery. Took a sip of water. Checked it over while I was changing the battery just to see if anything's come loose yet. And so far so good, everything seems great. I definitely do want to give the stock tires a try. I am curious. They feel reasonably sticky for stock tires. I do have some inserts that I can throw in them, so I will be planning on doing that at some point soon. Maybe when I get home, I got another set of wheels that I can throw on this thing, or we'll see. I might even throw the stock tires on the inserts on these wheels. They look good on it. Oh, landed it. So, yeah, I don't know. I might keep these on there. Like I said, they look good. Add a little, add another color to it. The black and red looks awesome, but it does, that dark blue adds a nice tint to it. So much fun to be walking along and just find random stuff like this to go over. Oh yeah. That fender rub right there is the sound of pure performance. Definitely very pleased, like I said. I mean, really, for the price you pay for this thing and for what you get. I mean, I remember, you know, some people really liked the Gen 7. I wasn't a big fan of it. I will say when I first started, though, I was more of a Traxxas boy. I originally kind of came from the world, from the bashing world, and because of that, Traxxas was kind of my thing in the bashing world. So when I got my first crawler, I actually traded my buddy my broken ATV for his TRX4 Defender. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at this, guys. Just walking through the woods. There's a nice little old bench here. Little feathers sticking out of it. It's pretty neat. Wonder how long that's been here. Yeah, I was a bit of a Traxxas boy when I first started, and I had the Traxxas Defender, I shortened the wheelbase to 12.3, removed the unlocking differentials, and then I ended up getting a second TRX4, which I turned into my comp rig, and I still have them both, actually. Yeah, my first TRX4 my woman uses. We put an axial Cherokee body on it, and the other one I turned into my hard body trail build, class 1 cheater type of rig. I think this is just like a big loop right here. Yeah, because we're going right back towards the bench. There is... I don't know how to get to it, but there is a sand pit out here. There's a certain way. And it might honestly be where that new building is. That might have been it. So it's been quite a while since I've been back here. That Defender that I was talking about, that's what I traded for my ATV that I rode back here. So guess it's been a good, God, maybe 6 years, somewhere around there. Alright, well, we are on our way out of the trail now. There's a lot more paths off this trail, but there's a chance of rain coming, and I have my windows taken off my Jeep, so I'd like to get home and zip that back up so that way it doesn't get rained in. Definitely thank you all for watching. Give a like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Be on the lookout for the next videos. How's it going?